All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Rakak, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. As you can see, the title of this article, Russia suspends INF Treaty with U.S. And as time progresses and time goes on, all right, is more and more evident that we are heading in a third world war. And morally, this is all being esteemed as a potter's clay because this is all the work of YAHAWAH's hands. He said he would set up kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, rumors of wars. All right. This is the beginning of sorrows. We're coming in to the end times, which we're already in the end times, but, the literal last scene of the movie. And, the stage is being set, and that's why this thing is about prophecy, because the Most High has told us of these things before they even sprung up. Told us about these things to come thousands and thousands of years ago. All right, to prove and show that he is indeed, in fact, the only living power. And this is the work of his hands. Okay, and the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. I'm gonna start there, but here I'm gonna read some of this article. President Vladimir Putin has signed a decree. A decree, right, and enacting Russia's suspension of the INF Treaty, a move that was announced after a similar decision by the U.S. Okay, so the United States is a bunch of hypocrites. Okay, this is the land they're called the Congregation of the Hypocrite. I forgot where that's at, but America here, aka America, Babylon the Great, all right, is the police of the world. No, they're not held to the same standard at which they push on the rest of the world. They tell people they can't do this, but they do it. So what's happening? They're falling to the fruits of their own way, and these other nations, they're not afraid to stand up to Babylon the Great anymore. Okay, because the weak saying I am strong, and morely because the Most High is building up these kingdoms to do His will. Because I'm just gonna quote it, but Daniel the 4th chapter, when it says, this is by decree of the watchers and the demand of the word of the holy ones to intend that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Okay, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and the heart of the kings are in the hands of the Lord. And again, this is the Most High show. This is the Most High's movie. All right, it's Most High's theater. Okay, because theater, the word theater goes back to theos, and theos means God. Okay, the Most High is creating this show, and it's unfolding right before your eyes. Okay, continuing on this article, the weapons control agreement was set to expire in less than 6 months. Russia is putting on ice the Cold War era agreement, which resulted in significant demilitarization of the European continent. The U.S. will be formally notified about the decision. The INF Treaty may be revived if the U.S. eliminates its earlier violations of its obligations under the deal, according to the decree published by Kremlin on Monday. Otherwise, it will simply expire and cease to exist. Okay, so this peace treaty, which was made in vain, okay, is getting thrown out the window. Okay, and I'm going to get that also in Daniel, the 11th chapter. All right, because why? Because the Most High is setting the stage. All right, this is a prophecy that these things were going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to start here in Proverbs 21st chapter in the first verse. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay, this is all according to the Most High's will. All right, he will do everything, to get what he wants done. All right, because this is his show. Okay, this is 2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord YAHAWAH pondereth the hearts. Okay, so what Vladimir Putin and the nation of Russia, and what Donald Trump and whatever, who else makes the decision. There's people behind the scenes puppeting the strings and pulling the strings. Okay, but what? All their hearts are in the kings of the Lord. All right, in their own mind, they're all right. But the Most High is the one that pondereth the hearts. Okay, because this is the Most High's movie. All right, he's the director. There's no co-star director. This is the Most High show. Okay, he runs the show and he has his cast. Okay, and it comes down to the righteous and the unrighteous, the godly and the ungodly, the poor versus the rich. Okay. And again, this is all being esteemed as the Most High's potter's clay, because he is shaping and forming and told us, you know, in the world, because this is a witness unto the whole face of the earth that YAHAWASHI is the only living power. Okay, and the things which he has spoken thousands of years ago are happening today. All right, because we are in the end of the world, end of this world. Okay. All right, because all great kingdoms had their time to rule and they fell. All right, and those kingdoms were considered a world. All right, ancient Babylon was considered a world. Okay, you know, ancient Assyria and you know, and Persia. Okay, those are worlds, and what they have been destroyed. All right, because they're all according to the Most High's will. Okay, so getting into prophecy about, you know, Russia and America. Okay, this is Daniel chapter 11, and I'm gonna start at verse 27. And both kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, because we just read in Proverbs the 21st chapter that the king's hearts are in the hand of the Lord YAHWAH. Okay, so this is what being, you know, put in their mind. Okay, their hearts being hardened. Okay, just like Pharaoh in ancient Egypt. Okay, and 27. And both kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, and they shall speak lies at one table, but it shall not prosper, for yet the end shall be at the appointed time. Okay, because these are vain talks and politics and saying, you know, if that, then where, it's not gonna prosper. All right, because the end is set at a appointed time. Okay, just like in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter in the 5th verse. Okay, this time now it is speaking. Okay, though it tarry, all right, wait for it, because it shall not tarry. It shall come to pass. Okay, and Russia, so-called Russia and so-called America, okay, it's prophecy that these two nations are going to utterly destroy each other. Okay, because Most High said in that division. All right. Yeah, for yet the end shall be at the appointed time. Okay, that appointed time is the appointed time this kingdom has to rule. All right, this kingdom of rulership. Okay, this is 28. Then shall he return into his land with great riches, and his heart shall be against the holy covenant. Okay, this holy covenant is the INF Treaty, all right, between Russia and America. Okay, their heart is against the holy covenant, and he shall do exploits and return to his own land. Okay, what happens when they have these summits and these meetings? They return to their own land to do what? Do exploits. Okay, figure out how we're gonna, you know, finesse each other, roughly to say. All right, this is 29. At that time appointed he shall return and come toward the south, but it shall not be as the former or as the latter. Okay, so this is America thinking that Russia is weak and feeble as they were before, you know, in the arms race before. All right, Russia had no chance. But now what? Because the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, he giveth it to whosoever he shall desire. He set it up, and he sets up the basis of men. Okay, you know, the Most High has set up these other nations, all right, to come against Babylon the Great. All right, Russia, Iran, Korea, all right, China. All these other nations are going to come against the what? The whore. Okay, the whore that sits on top of the beast. Okay, and that's Babylon the Great. Okay, because they had drunken the cup and now they are mad. And now they're coming against, all right, Babylon the Great. All right, because now what? The game has changed. Okay, this is the big payback. All right, these other nations that were weak saying I'm strong. Why? Because they have that waster to destroy. They have nuclear missiles. All right, you know, because the old, like it says, every battle of the warriors with confused noise. All right, but this time it shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, the game's changed. All right, this war is going to be set off by missiles. Okay, no longer swords and shooting bullets. They're just going to blow all that shit up. Okay, but saying it shall not be as a former. All right, America in its pride, thinking it still got it like that. You know, when America's old and retired. Okay, and you know, put out of his time. Okay, it's out of his prime. It's not on top of his game no more. All right, And America is not prepared for this time that we're heading into. Okay. And if the people at the top of America, the leadership, are not prepared, what more are you people dwelling on the face of the earth? All right. So, continues, is 30. For the ships of Shittim shall come against him. Okay, so that's talking about Russia. Okay, just like it says, I shall stir up the Medes. Okay, you know, this is talking about Russia. All right, for the ships of Shittim shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return and have indignation against the Holy Covenant. Okay, that's both of these two kings, all right, going against the Holy Covenant. All right, going against the promise they made to each other. All right, because it was in vain. All right, continuing. So shall he do, and he shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the Holy Covenant. Okay, Russia has intelligence. Okay, what is Russia known for? It's spies. Okay, and intelligence and hackers. Okay, America is done for. Okay, it's America is going to be surrounded around about with all its enemies, because everybody is turned against America, so-called America. All right, Babylon the Great. Okay, I don't care about Luke Perry, you know. All right, so, you know, again, this is all according to Most High's theaters. This is movie. All right, and it's all coming together for what? That big fiasco, that big finale. All right, the big finish, and that's these nuclear missiles. Okay, point blank period. All right, they're being gathered. All right, that parable with the wheat and the tares. Okay, to what? To be burnt up together. All right, so this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 17. For they shall see the end of the wise. All right, the end of the wise men of this world. Okay, talking about the world. This is going to be a witness to everybody on the face of the earth, and shall not understand what the Most High and his council have decreed of him. Okay, because people don't know the Most High. Okay, but they will. All right, the Most High shall be exalted in these last days. Okay, and to what end the Lord hath set him in safety. That's talking about the righteous. Okay, and how is that? Okay, Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Okay, the righteous are going to be safe. All right, this is talking about judgment of the unrighteous. It says 18. Then shall see him and despise him, but the Most High shall laugh them to scorn. Okay, and they shall hereafter be a vile carcass and a reproach among the dead forevermore. All right, because this place is going to be destroyed. Okay, and the only ones that are going to make it out of here are the godly, and they're going to scarcely be saved. Okay, and saying they shall see him and despise him. Okay, that's twofold. All right, despise the ones that the Most High have mercy on, and despise YAHAWASHI first and foremost, because you know the world. If the world hated us, it hated him first. Okay, but the Most High shall laugh them to scorn, because they're going to be in derision. Okay, they're in a strait. Okay, because they're in a situation that they cannot dig themselves out of. No more politicking, no more, hey, let's talk about this, maybe a little bit more time that, I'll pay you this or that. There's no more options for Babylon the Great. Besides what? Besides, it's going to be destroyed. Okay, that's what scriptures say, come out of it, my people, for it shall leave you with a sore destruction. Okay, these missiles have no respect to persons, just like the Most High has no respect to persons. Let that fire touch you, and you are going to be melted. Okay, and turn to dust. All right, okay. It says a vile carcass and a reproach among the dead forevermore. Okay, you know, you're going to be dead. Okay, simple as that. All right, for he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless. All right, flatline. And he shall shake them from the foundation. All right, these missiles, okay, that destroying wind. Okay, and they shall be utterly laid waste and be in sorrow, and their memorials shall perish. Okay, and when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquities convince them to their face. Okay, because what are you going to do when the Most High comes and visits you? Okay, what does it say in Revelation? You know, their sins have reached the heavens. Okay, There's no turning back for Babylon the Great. Okay, it has reached a point of no return. It's a dead end, literally a dead end for Babylon the Great. Okay. You know, and you know, when I was roughly speaking on that, the parable of the wheat and the tares, well, you know, what Matthew 13:40, you know, as therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. Okay, because all the tares are being gathered together. All these nations that, you know, think once they take out Babylon the Great, they're going to be the next, superpower. You know, it's not going to happen, because everybody is going to get touched by these missiles, except for the righteous. All right, every land. You know that every land that these missiles touch is going to be desolate. Okay, and this rulership, all right, that's on the face of the earth is not going to stand. All right, because the tabernacle of David of old is being restored and built back up. Okay, and the kingdom of heaven is going to be given on to you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. Okay, they're all being gathered together to be burnt up and destroyed. Okay, because Revelations 21. What it says, but the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers, idolaters, and liars, right, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Okay, every one of these, like it just said, the unbelieving, the abominable, the murderers, the whoremongers, the sorcerers, idolaters, liars, the unbelieving, the fearful, they shall have their part in the lake of fire, because no one is exempt of this judgment to come. All right, because everybody's going to be visited and everyone's going to be searched out. Okay, and it's whether you have your part in the fire or you have your or you're going to get beamed up. Okay, or you have your part in the book of life. Okay, or it's better to say that. Okay, because that's what's going on. All right, because the stage is set. Okay, and it's time for the angels to reap. Okay. Revelations 11, you know, the time has come to reap, the harvest of the earth is ripe. Okay, the stage is set, everything's in place. The RFID chip, the microchip, all right, is the mark of the beast. Okay, which is very, very close to being implemented, because a dollar is about to crash. Okay, the dollar is not worth anything, and there's one more straw left, and it's really just you know, the elites just holding on, because it crashed a long time ago. All right, but you know, because they can keep reprinting the dollars. Okay. And no one can say nothing to America, because why? Because they're in the power seat. But that table is going to turn. Okay, and missiles are already pointing at this place. Missiles are pointing at all each other. Okay, you know, that's why I said if it wasn't for the elect's sake, no flesh should be saved. All right, but yeah, the stage is being set. Okay, you know, persecution of the saints, you know, and more the YAHAWASHI returning with all his glory. All right, and destroying this place and having it set up in righteousness. Okay, and the Most High YAHAWASHI being exalted forever and never. Okay, never have to worry about this nonsense again. All right, but we have to go through much tribulation. All right, before we enter in the kingdom of the Most High. Okay, and this is just one part of it. All right, but oh yeah, and Jacob's trouble, Khan. You know, just roughly just speaking off the top of my head, but hey, this is the things we have to get our mind ready for. Okay, and it should not, you know, be of good courage. Okay, because hey, man, the kingdom of heaven is promised unto us. All right, and the Most High is coming to save, hence his name, YAHAWASHI. He saves, he delivers. Okay, just don't be one of the ones that are ashamed of his coming when he returns. Okay, but okay, Lord's word is edifying, and as always, want to give all praise to YAHAWASHI, Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. Shalom.